Welcome to the Brass and Woodwind Shop. In this video I'm just going to show you how to put strings on the horn. Look in the description below for another video on how to adjust and level the levers after you're done stringing it. These are all the tools you'll need to restring a French horn. You'll need a razor to cut the string and a screwdriver to turn all the screws. And make sure you have a good quality screwdriver, one that fits in the screw slots well and does not cause any damage to the instrument. And of course the string. The best string I found is from Faree's Tools. Look in the description below for where you can get that. It is thick enough to be strong, but it is not too thick to fit through the holes on the levers. The first thing to do is cut the string. Cut it about 7 inches or 18 millimeters long. And when you cut it at a diagonal and not straight. And the reason you want to cut it at a diagonal is it makes it a lot easier to fit through the small holes on the levers. The next thing to do is tie a knot in it. Bend it over, twist it 2 or 3 times, and then take the end and put it through the loop at the other end, and then pull it together like that so that the knot is towards the end of the string. I will do that again. Bend it over, twist it around 2 or 3 times, then put the end through the loop, and then pull it tight because you do not want this to come loose while someone is playing the instrument. These strings can unravel at the end and become frayed over time. The way to keep that from happening is to take a torch, you can also use a cigarette lighter, and burn the ends like that. That will keep the ends from fraying. Now I will do that with the other 3. So here's the lever and here's the string, and the string has to go through these 2 tiny little holes, and that's why we cut an angle in the string so that it will make it easier to fit in these holes. And usually it goes through without problem, but if the end of the string is starting to fray, then it will not go through there very easily. If the string frays at the end, you can put it in your mouth and wet the end of it like that, and sometimes that helps you get it through the hole better. But if that still does not work, there's one more thing you can do. Take the string and cut a little bit off at the end, and remember to cut it at a diagonal. Before you install the string, make sure that the string screws are unscrewed a few turns so that you can get the string under them. Now it's time to put the strings on the horn. Start from the opposite side where the rotor is because you want the string to go out and wrap around the rotor. So start on this side, and sometimes the lead pipe or other tubing gets in the way of the string, but you can still get it in there. It might just be a little more challenging. Go halfway around the rotor arm. After you do that, back the string up and then rotate the string over the other part of the string and put it over the screw that is on the stop arm. Then take the screwdriver and tighten up the screw. And while you're tightening up the screw, hold both sides of the string with your other hand and then tighten the screw. Tighten up the string tight enough so that the string will not slip, but you do not want it so tight that the screw will cut into the string. Then you take the end of the string and put it underneath the rotor arm and wrap it around the rest of the way around the rotor arm, and then put it through the little hole in the rotor arm. Next you have to take the string and loop it around the screw on the stop arm. And instead of looping it over, it's best to loop the string under the other part of the string. So put it around the screw and pull on it with your other hand while you are tightening up the screw. And again, do not tighten it up so much that the screw cuts into the string, but you do want it to hold. Take the end of the string and tuck it between the rotor arm and the string and pull it through like that. And that will keep the string out of the way. Then cut the string about right there. And to keep the end from fraying, I'm going to do what I did on the other end of the string. I'm going to take the little torch and I'm going to put a little bit of fire right on the end of the string, just like that, and that will keep the end from fraying. Now I'm done putting the string on this valve. However, it is not adjusted. If I push this lever, it runs into this tubing, so I will need to adjust it, but that's for another video. Now I'm going to put the string on the second valve. I'm going to do it a little faster this time though. Put the string through the hole, pull it tight, loop it around, back it up, and then loop the string around the screw, and then tighten up the screw. Go underneath the rotor arm and around and through the hole at the end, and then loop it around again and make sure that the string goes underneath so it holds the best. Put it around the screw, tighten the screw, take the string and tuck it between the rotor arm and the other part of the string and pull that through. Take the razor and cut it, and then take the torch and put a little bit of fire right at the end. And when you do the fire, be careful not to burn the corks on the other valves. Now this valve is done too, but it will also need to be adjusted. I'm done stringing these 3 rotors, and now I'm going to show you how to do the trigger. This is almost the same, but it is a little bit different. And something I did not show you on these levers, because they were straight, they were not bent off to one side, or also they were not too far away from the valve. If these levers are too far away from the rotor arm, you'll need to take it and bend it. But these ones were good, so I did not bend those. However, on the trigger, when I push that down, you can see that the arm of the trigger goes too far away, and that will put too much tension on the string every time you push down the valve. You can see that with these 3 levers, the levers are close to the stop arm, but there's still enough room for the strings to work without getting stuck in there. If the lever arms are too far away, then it will put tension on the string every time that you push the valve down. You want the lever arm close to the stop arm, but you also want there to be room for the strings to work without getting in the way. When you push down the trigger, it gets too far away from the rotor arm. So I'm going to take that and push that in, and they bend fairly easily, usually. Now the arm of the trigger is close enough, but not too close to the stop arm. One of the differences with doing the trigger is that you need to keep pressure on it while you are stringing it. So put it through the hole and pull it through. Put the string around the stop arm and pull it back and loop it over. And the whole time you have to keep pressure on the trigger. So now pull it tight, and you can use the trigger to pull it tight too. Take the screwdriver and tighten it up. And then put the string under, around, and then through the other hole. And tighten it up. All that's left is to loop it around the string screw. So go under and put it over that and hold on to the string and tighten the screw. Tuck the string between the rotor arm and the string. Cut off the excess and put a little bit of fire at the end of the string. I'm done putting the string on all of the valves. Now all of these need to be adjusted, but that is for a different video. This job is very difficult to get right the first time, but keep trying and you will get better. Look in the description below for a link to the video on adjusting the levers of the French horn, and also look in the description below for a link to where you can get the supplies to do this repair. And I hope this video has been helpful. Please subscribe for more band instrument repair videos.